This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Brakati Hawa, Brakati Hawa Shai, Brakati Hawa, Brakati Hawa Shai, Brakati Hawa, Brakati Hawa Shai. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Kadas. Double on apostles and elders agreement stone. Peace and salutation to you. Hopeful elect out there pushing the word, sincerity, and truth. Yeah, this is a brother Desire one back at you another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai. And I want to, bring this article out. Like the scripture said, let the weak say I'm strong. Because, all these nations have nuclear powers. All these nations have nuclear powers, and this is prophecy. Because the Iranians, they are the modern day Persians. And Esau know who they are. You know what I mean? Because you're going to find on this article, they unveil a new hypersonic missile. And apparently, like you see the article says, an apparent warning to the U.S. and Israel. This is prophecy. This is prophecy. All right, the Iranians are the modern day Persians, which you're going to see in the scriptures. All right, so I'm going to get into this article and get some scriptures. Lord willing, be edifying us. We one step closer to World War III. You know what I mean? And in World War III, we're gonna have a nuclear showdown, missiles, Iran shooting missiles, and all these other nations. Top with Gog and Magog, which is Russia, and then America shooting missiles at Iran, Iran shooting missiles at America, and these different nations shooting missiles at one another. It says Iran has unveiled a new missile that it claims is hypersonic and capable of invading air defense systems. You see that? It's capable of evading air defense systems. The missile was presented at a ceremony at the Ashura Aerospace Science and Technology University in Tehran. That's what it's attended by Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. You see that? So this is able to invade an air defense system. All right, because America's proud. They say they get a defense system in the to basically stop any to ward off any missiles. You know what I mean? But this right here is capable of invading in air defense system. And let's go on more on this article. It says the event touted significant advancements in the country's aerospace technology. Tehran only unveiled its first hypersonic missile early this year. The IRNA news agency reported the new missile, dubbed Father 2. You see that? It dubbed Father 2. Watch this, right? It says in bracket, the Persian word for conqueror. You see that? The Persian word for conqueror. Why they put the Persian word for conqueror? Alright? Because the Iranians are the modern day Persians. Alright? And it's all spiritual. Okay? It's all spiritual through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. When you go to the book of this chapter here. This is Ezekiel 38. And let me start at verse 1. And the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus said the Lord, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. I will turn thee back, and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shield, all of them handling swords. Alright, and it's going to show you, the different nations. Alright, they're allies, right? Alright, speaking of the Gog and Magog, speaking of the Russians, right? It says Persia. It says Persia, right? Because it says in this article, this is this new missile. It says Dove Father 2, the Persian word for conqueror. All right, all right. The Iranians is modern day Persians. Okay, Ethiopia and Libya, African nations with them, all of them with shield and helmet. All right, let's back up that scripture because precept must be upon precept. This is Ezekiel 27 and 10. They of Persia, see that same thing, and of Lud and of Foot were in thine army. Thy men of war, African nation, they hang the shield and helmet indeed. They set for the communists. Alright, so Persia is the modern day, you know, the Iranians, you know what I mean, is the modern day Persians. Okay? The modern day Persians. Alright. Everything is true the scriptures. Goma and all his bonds, a host of Turgama, Turkey, of the north quarters and all his bonds, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared and prepare thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto them, and be thou a god unto them. So Russia is going to be a god unto Persia, Ethiopia, and these other African nations. All right. So you see right here, um, you see that Iran unveils new hypersonic missile in apparent warning to the U.S. and Israel. Because they know they have backup. They have their allies to back them up. They know they ain't give a shit. Which was once weaker nations. You know what I mean? Didn't have no, you know what I mean? Didn't have no nuclear powers and times blast. Now, let the weak say I'm strong. All right. It says the Persian word for conqueror contains a hypersonic glider warhead and can maneuver at 15 times the speed of sound. You see that? Contains hypersonic glider warhead. Alright, can maneuver at 15 times the speed of sound. You see that? 15 times. That's some shit. Its hypersonic glide vehicle can detach from the missile and glide toward its target in hypersonic speed. You see that? So that's the capability. That's some shit. Its ability to avoid ballistic missile defense is supported by its sharp maneuvering capability. So nothing what the US could do, you know what I mean? This could evade their defense system. So ain't nothing what the US could do. Alright? Its ability to avoid ballistic missile defenses is supported by its sharp maneuvering capability. Ballistic missiles fly on trajectories, and anti-missile systems like Israel Arrow system are able to anticipate the path they will take and intercept them. Missiles that can missiles that take more irregular flight paths are more challenging to intercept. You see that? Although they also tend to have a shorter range. You see what they saying? Say missiles that take more irregular flight paths are more challenging to accept. So that's the kind of missile they get. Iran's previous Fata missile was said to have a range of 1,400 kilometers, but the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has said it was seeking to improve its range to 2,000 kilometers, which would put Israel with its range. Damn. Iran has now released has not released any video showing the missile being fired and is believed to be untested. It reportedly uses a liquid fuel rocket propellant. Unlike the first version of the Fata, this enables it to adjust its thrust force, optimizing its flight path and giving it better control over its speed as well as a greater range. So it's destroyed. So it's this right here is destined for Babylon and over there in the land of Israel. Alright, none of your defense system could, you know what I mean, could do nothing with this, because it says here it contains a hypersonic glider warhead which can maneuver at 15 times the speed of sound. Okay, it says its ability to avoid ballistic missile defenses is supported by a sharp maneuvering capability. So that sharp maneuvering capability, they'll be able to avoid ballistic missile defenses. So, hey, this is prophecy. This is prophecy. Alright? This is prophecy. Because guess what? Like the scriptures say. Alright, let me get the scripture in Ezekiel 38. This is Ezekiel 38. Ezekiel 38:11. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, speaking about America and the land of Israel, and dwell safety, all of them without walls and having neither bars nor gate, speaking about your defense system. Because in that day, that ain't gonna work. Your defense system won't work. Because when these missiles them shot at the archer, shot at that might like that archer, those or them silos, they ain't gonna turn back. They're gonna hit their target. So none of your defense system can stop this 15 times the speed of sound. Alright? Their maneuvering capabilities. Alright? Okay. Right here is a serious thing. This is prophecy. It says, me also unveiled a drone called Gaza and said that Israel was experiencing defeat in his war against Hamas. He also expressed his belief that Zionist regime is a symbol of racism and the leaders of Western countries backing Israel actions in Gaza. It says also believe in racism and see nothing wrong with it. Other weapons displayed including an upgraded rendition of a 9-day missile defense system, new Shashed Amman aerial vehicles, and new Marine missile defense system that can deploy solid fuel missiles. But pretty much, that's the point I want to bring up. But let me read this other part here. Iran is only the fourth country in the world to use the technology in HEV missiles. It joins Russia, who has an HEV that can fly up to 20 times the speed of sound and has an explosive yield that can be so high as 2 megatons, which is 100 times the explosion that generated when the US dropped a nuclear bomb in Hiroshima. Motherfucker. Damn. I'm going to read that again. It says it joined Russia, who has a HEV that can fly up to 27 times the speed of sound and has an explosive yield that can be high as 2 megatons, which is 100 times the explosion that was generated when the US dropped a nuclear bomb on Hiroshima. Fuck, so that can do some collateral damage. Okay, because this is prophecy. Alright. This is prophecy, and this is beautiful. We one more. I want to get the scripture before I close. Right. This is Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled round in blood. Because in the ancient world you had, when you go in the battlefield, you hear, armies after armies, when they're gonna charge, and basically, it's just swords and rolling around and fighting and rolling around blood. Carnage, death, a lot of deaths. But the scriptures say what? But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. This would be with burning and fuel of fire. And what could do that? ICBM missiles. Alright. ICBM missiles. What's gonna do a lot of death and destruction. And Iran say their own right now, which is 100 times the explosion that was generated when the US dropped a nuclear bomb on Hiroshima. So this is powerful. Alright, and they have this weaponry, all this is a part of the Lord's armory. Alright, what he's going to use to destroy Babylon and that land over there. Alright, so let the weak say I'm strong, man. Alright, and that's a warning to the US and Israel. So, beautiful times, yeah, man. Shalom.